Right, first of all, this is Wonderboy for the arcade. You can play this through multiple arcade machine emulator. Figured I'd look at this version of the game first just to show you what it was like. It was made several years before the Mega Drive reincarnation. This game was also remade on the Sega Master System as well. As you can tell, just by looking at the game, it's an RPG, but it's an arcade theme RPG, so basically there's a time limit which forces you to keep moving forward and stuff. And it's got lots of platforming elements in it. One thing that really does bug me about this game though, and will probably bug a lot of people about this game, is the really bad English, or the Japanese take of English. That's what it stands for. Watch this. Jump at fence, get time. Okay, that kind of makes sense, okay. Deaf God has key to neighbor. Okay, who the hell's writing this? You would have thought Sega would have hired someone better to translate this game. This gets kind of annoying later when some bosses ask you questions, and, like, the information you get from bartenders is all given in really weird choppy English. Right, okay, here's Death God. Pretty easy actually. Okay, it's pretty weird how they make the God of Death as the first enemy in the game. Enemy boss in the game. Seems to be very mortal. Sorry, I shouldn't rag on this game. Don't get me wrong, I do love this game. I love this game series, but the arcade version could have been handled a lot better, to be honest. Still doesn't stop it from being a fantastic arcade RPG though. Right, okay, you're about to witness one of my favourite lines of English ever after all your base art belongs to us. Beware! Beware of what? Bad English? Flying bombs? Toadstools? What the fuck am I supposed to be wary of? Yeah, anyway, this game had some very unique touches to it at the time. Like, you can go into shops, as I'm doing quite constantly here. Also, there was an inventory screen where you could, like, equip bombs, equip items, like get new weapons, get some clothes. In fact, I'm rushing through this so just so you can get a rough idea what the game's like. Overall, this is a very good game, sport by some really bad translation, basically. Where the gameplay could have been tweaked in areas, overall, this is still a very good game. Right then, as you can already tell by the title, this is Wonderboy in Monster World. As you're about to see, this game is drastically different from the arcade, and in a good way. And yes, NES people used to rib on Mega Drive owners for having inaccurate conversions of arcade games, i.e. Golden Axe, because, you know, it didn't have the petrification effect on the enemies and stuff. But just look at this. The graphics, the sound, the accurate English. And it's not just the aesthetics that they've improved. The gameplay, in my opinion, is improved tenfold since this has been made for a home console, which is the natural home of the RPG. This is the first house that we came into in the arcade. Woman speaks accurate English, all looks very nice. She looks like an old woman basically, but you can understand what's going on. Hell, even has still the same secret with the old coins thing on top of her house. Anyway, this is the inventory system that you're seeing here. You can equip all sorts of magic and items here. The inventory system on this is actually better because it allows you to actually carry 2 items or magic at once, which is very useful actually. You can have like healing potions and fireballs, for example. That's a good combination to have. Anyway, there's no time limit on this game, so you can look at the scenery, mill about, kill some enemies for gold, stuff like that. Don't get me wrong though, just because you can keep doing that doesn't make the game easy. They do limit you on how many items you can buy and stuff, and also, once you get into the castles, the game does get very, very hard. Trust me on this one. Anyway, as you can tell, this is a new scene that they've added into the game. In the old arcade game you would have been in a cave by now, but this is where the princess is being held. If I was Oblivion I would have stabbed those two guards in the face, but that's not the point. Anyway, as you can tell, Sega really went to town on the level design on this game. Like, it's not just dungeons or green fields or towns, they've got a nice collection of everything in there. Like, this is a tropical beach with water and stuff, and it looks very nice. These blue little monkeys pee me off though. I don't know why. Anyway, overall, this is probably like one of the most essential purchases for the Mega Drive, with Gunstar Heroes and Gauntlet 4 and stuff, because this proves to people that the Mega Drive not only could do accurate conversions of arcade games to Mega Drive, but it also proved that they could go one better, like as improved with Gauntlet 4 and in this game. Overall, I think you'd be pretty silly not to actually check this game out, even if it's via the emulation route. You can pick the game up now for pretty cheap. It's either 5 to 10 quid. I bought it for 10 quid on GameStation, but it's quite rare now. Well, not rare, but it's it doesn't come up on the eBay all that often, and you know, I thought it was worth a tenner. It's pretty, I know it's top end, like probably the highest estimate of what the game would fetch in an auction, but I don't buy games to sell them on eBay, okay? I just buy them to enjoy them, and I've been enjoying this game ever since I got it. And it just takes me back to my childhood where I used to play the Wonderboy games on the Sega Master System. Anyway, enough about that. Just trust me when I say this is a fantastic game.